be your year. Make an old man proud of you. Forget about the tears on the level. See me eye to eye. Stand up like a man, even from the other side. On the level. On the level.
Hey everybody! Welcome to another MoGraph podcast. I'm your host, Matt Milstead. Joining me this week, it's the end of the year super show. That's just what I coined it right in that moment. Back from their tour of Japan. Super excited to talk about their adventures there. Sad I couldn't be there, but we've got Jonathan Winbush, Mr. EJ Hassenfratz, and Chris Schmidt. Hey everybody. I want to give a shout out to our sponsor, Otoy. Oh yeah, I'm zoomed out now. That's weird. The makers of Octane and the Render Network. You know them, you love them. With Octane Render, you can create super photorealistic renders in a fraction of the time, of the time of other rendering things. Man, I'm getting my render, in a fraction. And for those renders that need an extra little push of power, the Render Network has you covered. They can render your Octane, Redshift, and Blender Cycles frames in a fraction of the time and a fraction of the cost of other cloud rendering service. That's where the fraction comes into. And also Render Royale is also happening right now. So the theme is Cyber Christmas and Frozen Futures. So make sure and get your Render Royale submissions. You've got until, I want to say Christmas Day, because typically it's on the 25th. You've got until Christmas Day to get that in, and you can win up to $1,000 in prizes. So pretty good. Lots of fun. But we're here to talk to the team and see how everyone's doing. It's great. This is my first 4-person show, so I was struggling before the show to actually make a 4-person template. So, yeah,
it's possible.
It is. So, how's everyone doing? Y'all good? Y'all ready for the holiday?
Yeah, man.
I still wish I was in Japan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were there for like a month, though. Everyone else came home, and you're just like, nah, I'm just vacationing.
No, I'm just.
You also got there early.
Yeah, you did
EJ,
also get there early.
EJ's he's full Japanese at this point. I think they just adopted him.
I mean, you know how many days in a row I've been doing Duolingo?
Right? What are you at? I just hit 700 yesterday.
700?
Yeah, but I don't speak Spanish at all.
Oh. Well, that's the fun part though too, is I found out that just doing Duolingo every day doesn't matter when you're in the moment. You're like, crap.
Yeah.
What? Well, also it doesn't help that Duolingo, it's always university stuff. And I'm like, bro, I'm 43.
Yeah,
I don't need to know the word for university, or now they're talking about how I could use the copy machine at the Combini. What?
That's funny. Yeah,
I don't need to do that.
I tried learning French one time, so I went and picked up some learn French on tapes, and this was way past when tapes were basically obsolete, but I found it at half price books, and I still had a tape player in my car, so I would put it on, and they had already switched over to the euro for payment, and it was asking about French francs. I'm like, well, I'll never need to know that. It's funny. So yeah.
Duolingo's fun.
Were you able to
Yeah, I was like-
understand like people talking and stuff like that? Because I feel like I can read Spanish pretty well because I know the words, but like when it comes to like actually speaking it, I'm not very good.
Oh, we got Tad in the house. He said my Japanese is very good. Arigato gozaimasu. Mama
Yeah, so
desu ne.
EJ was our interpreter a lot of times because I know like one
Yeah.
phrase, then I just look at EJ and say, take it from here, man.
He couldn't eat Winbush. It was like the whole like every week, like with Chris, it was actually fun for like the first. I think we did this for the first week and a half, maybe. Every breakfast we would have like, I would be their Duolingo teacher. It's like, let's learn a new word or phrase every morning. And then we do a recap of like, okay, what did I teach you the last few days? And it was pretty fun until like
You ran out of things that
I don't
you
know,
knew.
we just kind of like people started sleeping in and or going, like
And we already learned the most important phrases. So then,
Yeah.
I mean, I just mumbled and smiled. People knew what I was talking about.
Yeah.
I just said, yeah. They were like,
yeah. And
All
with
right.
Winbush every day, it was like just getting him to say one word correctly the entire time.
hey, they knew what I was talking about.
That's how it
They
was
understood
in
body language.
France as well. You
I had a
you
falling
said
out of
bonjour
French, you
with
know.
a very American accent.
Arrivederci.
Arrivederci.
I had a falling out. I didn't even get my ice cream because that guy made me so mad in Paris. Okay, what I think I said bonjour or something. And he got like an attitude, and I was like, all right, I don't want no
Yeah.
ice cream no more.
Yeah, but you know what? The next place we went was a million times better, and that's
was.
actually one of the highlights of my trip to France with you guys. Was that
Yeah,
night?
see,
Place we went to twice.
yeah, with the chocolate milk and all that.
Yeah.
Or the hot chocolate.
Oh, yeah.
That was it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
That place was
yeah.
good.
Dude.
How many
Yeah.
times did we go back there?
I went like 3
We went
times.
there twice.
Did you really? I think I only went there once.
I
Well,
went.
we went to the pancake. Didn't we go to the pancake place, the jiggly pancake place twice?
I
Or
didn't
that
go
was
to
once.
or is that in Japan?
That was in Japan.
Man.
Okay. Or did we go to two different jiggly pancakes?
Nope, they're the same place. It was really good.
Oh, same.
Okay, so do
Okay,
the
yeah,
jiggly
both times.
pancakes? Do they are they like fluffy like a
Oh my
pound
gosh.
cake, or are they like kind of thick like a pancake? You know, because I see them and I want one.
They're thick, but they're a little squishy.
Yeah, I think they're real fluffy. They're light. They're not.
Yeah.
They are not dense. A little bit eggy. But I also think somebody said that that's not like proper Japanese food either. So that was just a novelty.
That's funny.
It was at McDonald's. We went to McDonald's twice. No, we did go to McDonald's
Yeah?
though.
How
We
was
got
it?
what did we get, Winbush?
I got the Street Fighter burger.
The Street
Fighter burger.
You didn't see that viral campaign? McDonald's has a collaboration with Street Fighter.
I don't think I
Street
did.
Fighter 2.
That's awesome.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, they had the Chun-Li, Blanca, was it Ken Ryu, like wrapping paper and drinks and all that stuff.
Is video?
Yeah, after you ate it, 4 hours later, you Hadoukened your pants.
Actually, I have to say, Japanese McDonald's didn't make me sick. Like American
Really?
McDonald's, like I'm knocked out for the day. Like
Yeah.
I can't eat it here. But over there, it's like I felt perfectly fine.
That was the way it.
That was the only meal.
Go ahead.
That was the only meal that messed me up a little bit, except for
Yeah, me too.
the night with the eel guts. That was
Eel
the
cuts.
eel
Oh,
guts.
eel.
Eel
And-
guts.
Okay.
Yep, and eel
Eel
spine,
spine.
All right. Was that like a
Horse meat.
raw horse meat.
You ate
Raw
horse?
horse meat. We are horsey men now, for the record. we did the sacred
Say the horse meat was like the palate cleanser after everything else
Yeah.
we ate there. I mean, it's like,
All right.
yeah.
Did you eat any dog while you
Turtle
were
eggs.
there?
No,
No.
And
At least we don't think
refused
so.
that.
Hey.
Maybe that was the Chung-Li burger. Who knows?
Burger. Oh man.
The name of the dog was Chung-Li.
All right. So, how was the show? It was what was the name of the show again? It was the correct me.
PXP.
PXP, yeah.
Pixel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, how was the show?
And
It looked a lot of fun.
Oh, it was a ton of fun. And I got to say, we couldn't have done it without Tad, who's in the chat, and another lovely gentleman who goes, his name's Hoshi-san. He works at a studio called Signif.
Mm-hmm.
And both of them were just like I don't know. We like I was just chatting with Winbush like yesterday, and we were both like, we should make sure we like help out more next time because we just like kind of rolled up and
Bruh, I
much
was
like the
asking
DAT
for
tour
that
where
the
it's like,
entire European leg.
yeah.
Hey, I
So we
carry
just
some
roll in
cases.
and-
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
After I threw
Yeah,
out
we
my
did,
back.
so we checked some luggage,
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
but yeah, it was great. Met a lot of great people. We had some people like some MoGraph family people like Chris and we had
Mhm.
Michelle and some other people like that like made a, made an excuse like had our event be an excuse to like get out there,
Yeah.
which was kind of like you always talk about destination MoGraph and stuff like that, and so it was super cool to like be able to offer that to or give people an excuse to go out and do that, and then it's a tax write-off now because you came to
Yeah,
our event.
absolutely.
Yeah, I wish I remember the guy's name, but we actually had somebody from Taiwan
Oh, that's
fly
cool.
in to see us too. Like he
Yeah,
gave us all
he was-
gifts
Yeah.
and everything, which that was pretty cool.
Yeah,
So
John. Yeah, John. Who? Yeah, he was great. Yeah.
That's awesome.
I think he went to School of Motion, right? I think he was saying he was okay. Yeah.
Yep.
Was
Yeah, dude just graduated and he's like incredible,
Oh,
better
definitely.
than I am now, and he's like 21.
was the language barrier tough when you're trying to teach? I'm assuming they had a translator.
Translation. Yeah.
Yeah. The
So-
translator was
So everyone
good.
had their headpieces in, or yeah, the earpieces in for when Chris Winbush and I were up there, and like the translators were awesome.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
they were so good. And Chris, didn't you say one of the translators was like in our sphere, so she knew all like your technical terms that you were spitting out for
Yeah,
cinema?
yeah. They were, and I had to go into the room and apologize to them after I was done because they kept saying like speak slowly,
Yeah.
and then I'd slowly ramp up. And then
Sorry,
we,
Chris
slow
Schmidt
down,
does
slow
not
down.
speak slowly. He gets excited and he starts talking.
Oh, but they were on top of it.
That's awesome. That's awesome. How was the like how long were y'all there other than just the event?
I think like 17 days, right? 16, 17 days,
Wow.
somewhere around there.
Yeah, for me and Winbush.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
fun.
So the event was Sunday, and then we all got in the Sunday prior, right?
So I know I flew out like it's a time travel, right? So we flew out on
Yeah.
the 1st, got
Mhm.
there on the 2nd, and then left on the 17th. I want to say.
And
But yes, like your
got home probably on the 17th as well.
Yeah, so you get
Yeah.
home
Yeah.
at like the same time. So it's almost like time is just folding into each other. So it's like the same time you left is the same time you came back. It's kind of wild, but
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty rad. What else did y'all do while you were up in Japan?
we
So
we gotta give a shout out to
Winbush
CG
was in
World.
Akihabara.
No, we
Uh-huh.
got to do CG World first because we got to give a shout out to them. We interviewed with one of the sponsors. It's a magazine company out there. They interviewed all of us, and we should be in one of the upcoming issues of CG World in Japan
That's awesome.
coming soon. So, yeah, big
Yeah,
shout out
that
to
was fun.
those guys. Yeah, EJ is
Very
bringing up
kind hosts.
Akibra, which is like I would say like the nerd capital of the world. Like if you're in the anime and video games and all that
Okay.
stuff, like everything you want is there. Arcades. I guess the Japanese are really into secondhand stuff because there's like a ton of secondhand stores there. So that's where I had to buy a second suitcase because I picked up like Super Nintendo, 2 Sega Saturns, Game Boy, Game Gear, like probably literally
That
like,
was early on.
yeah, that was like day 2. It's like-
Day 2 is like I need a suitcase.
That's funny.
yeah, so
Well, no joke. So there's a store called Don Quixote, and we joked and said it was Don Julio, and so like it's a thing. That's like Winbush. That's where you got your second suitcase, right?
yeah, I was there at like
It's
6
just
a.m.
like-
getting the suitcase.
Yeah. Like, what would you say? Like, there's no store in America that really compares to a Don Quixote. It's like 24-hour, open 24 hours. Like every floor is a different. Like they could be 7 floors tall. Every floor is like cosmetics, and then
Mhm.
there's like travel stuff.
Yeah, it's
and-
like a different theme per floor.
Yeah, then like leather
Yeah.
goods. Yeah, imagine like a Walgreens, but then another Walgreens and another Walgreens, but each Walgreens has a different theme.
Interesting.
yeah.
That's cool.
And they have a theme song which you got to go look for, the Don Quixote theme song
EJ, just sing it.
that they play endlessly. Don don don
Actually,
Don
I got my little
Donkey.
here.
Quixote.
Yeah, there we go.
Da, 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 da.
Just
Oh,
little,
yeah. Yeah, there's the
donk
little
right there.
mascot.
So that's the mascot for the store there. So I
That's
had
the
to-
little donk.
Yeah, we
That's
call him
awesome.
Little Donk, but yeah, he
Little
stays
donk.
He looks over me because I'm ready to go back to Japan. So he's my reminder. Gotta work my way back over there.
Then there's mega donks.
Megadon. Oh
Uh,
boy.
But anyway, so I saw the one day I went there to go look for a suitcase, and there was this couple that had, like I said, it was like 7 stories tall. They were waiting for the elevator because they had 5 massive suitcases, like the big,
Jeez.
oversized suitcases that they were buying. And I'm just like,
Wow.
oh my God. Like, I thought I was bad. These people are like, just, I don't even know what the hell they were
How many
doing.
how
but,
many
but
Kirby's did you buy?
remains to be seen. I think it's probably over under. It's probably like 30.
Okay, that's not too bad.
I mean, but are we counting Kirby's, or like I got a Kirby pizza plate and a spoons?
Uh,
Does that
A little bit of
count?
everything.
everything.
I got-
Everything. Yeah.
I got
Yeah.
Kirby games.
I felt bad.
This is the original,
Ah.
the first Kirby game to ever come out.
Did you get a Famicom with a disc system? Because that's the
No,
that's the,
Winbush got all the console stuff.
Did you get a disc system, Winbush?
No, I looked at it, but I have to save that for trip number 2 because I
Yeah.
ran out of space in my suit. Like I have like I bought a drum set for the Taito drums, and
Okay.
yeah, it just my suitcase was pretty much like expanding at the seams. So it's just like,
That's
because my wife
funny.
came and she bought a bunch of stuff, and she's like, "Do you have room in your suitcase?" I'm like, "Yeah."
Gonna have to get a third suitcase.
Right.
See, what
to
you don't
carry that
keep in
stuff.
mind, the sucky part about that, about getting an additional suitcase, is you have to also pay for it on the flight back. Like, you've got to check it, and it costs money. So it's like, okay, I'm not
No.
on some flights, So like you buy
Yeah, sure.
because when we went down to Hawaii earlier this year, it's like, oh, we bought another suitcase while we were there. Well, we've got to check that. So the suitcase cost $65, and then the checking it was $35. So everything that you're putting in there better be worth a lot more than $100.
Well, EJ is like the ambassador for Delta or whatever, right? Or no, what airlines do
No.
you have? United,
Not
right?
me. Well, I do United, and I hooked everyone up with like the better deal. But
Yeah, so we got
you're thinking of Patrick. Patrick 4D.
Yeah, he's a
His
a Delta guy.
significant other is like some big up at Delta, but he didn't get hooked up apparently. But
No.
Well, no, I know I didn't have to pay for my second bag because you got 2 bags for free, so that's
That's
why I was
nice.
able to
Yeah.
buy. Yeah.
That's super nice.
Mhm.
How was the flight over there? Was
Yeah.
was it as bad as the flight we took to Australia?
I
I
think
mean, it's
Chris had the
well,
longest flight,
for-
right?
Yeah, mine
Yeah,
was
Chris had-
14 hours.
Yeah.
Mine was like 13 and a half.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
mine
I
was
just
around
can't-
so
12.
that's, yeah, shorter than.
I just can't believe that there's nonstop from Chicago to Tokyo.
That is
Like,
crazy.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
There is nonstop from Atlanta for Patrick, which is crazy to me too.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
insane.
Patrick was what, like 18 hours or something crazy like
Whoa.
that? 17, 18 hours?
No, actually, remember it was only a little bit longer than Chris because
Oh, really?
again, it's not flat Earth like Winbush would have you believe.
Yeah.
Hey,
You
I
fly
talked
like
to
over.
the pilot and they listened. I should have took a picture because I was like, why don't you go straight across the ocean, like past Hawaii? And AJ's like, it's not flat Earth. And then next thing I know, our pilot's going like straight across. I'm like, see,
Yeah.
they didn't even know. They didn't realize they could just go straight across to Tokyo.
Like, oh my gosh, you just saved us so much gasoline. Why didn't we think of
I've
that?
never thought of this. Been a pilot for 30 years. How-
That's hilarious. That's funny. So,
What were you gonna say, Chris?
yeah.
Oh, just well along those lines. Where for my flight out, we actually went all the way almost to like Anchorage, Alaska, because the rotation of the Earth was with us, which shortens the flight.
Interesting.
But then on the way back, you're fighting against the rotation of the Earth. So then we flew almost over the ocean.
Rotation of the Earth.
Interesting. Is that flat
Rotates
Earth?
like
See, ours went opposite. See, going to Tokyo, we flew straight across, but then coming back, we actually went up like around Russia and then come
Alaska.
down Alaska and came down the coast that way.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But yeah, I mean, once you're committed to, okay, I'm gonna be stuck in here for 14
Yeah.
hours, then it went by relatively fast, all things considered.
EJ, did you get stuck next to a big fat guy?
I did
That's
not.
good.
Thank you. Yeah. No. Like
I know that's
I
a
have
big fear
PTSD.
flying over overseas.
Yeah. Well, no, because when Winbush and I went to Seoul in Korea, like 2 years ago, I was just like, all right, this is like a 9-hour flight. This is gonna be rough. But it's like, okay, well, it's just every person I see is like, short Asian person. So I was like, all right, this should be fine. And then like I literally sit next to like the biggest, fattest American dude, and then sitting next to him, because we have like the three middle, like the aisle, middle aisle. And so I'm in the aisle, big fat American dude in the middle, and then on the other aisle is like the tallest Korean dude I've ever seen in my life. Like he could have been a basketball player. And we start like when we sat down, we're all just joking with each other. Like, did they fit like the three biggest people and just stick them right here? Because
That's
like
hilarious.
literally everyone else was just super like very tiny old like Asian lady or whatever. And so luckily, like the guy in the middle, because it was just like one of those things where it's like you're just battling, like doing the shoulder battle with people, like trying to get like I'm gonna get the middle, like armrest thing. And
Yeah, but the best thing is if you're doing that, like it's kind of comfy and you can just lean your head over on their shoulder, take a little nap.
he was a broad-chested man. It would have been comfy. But yeah, luckily there was like another window seat open that the other dude in the middle like left, so we had an open middle seat. So I was like, oh, thank God.
Nice.
But then on our flight to Australia
Yeah.
on the way back, I dodged another bullet there too. So
That's why I asked. Yeah.
That's why we gotta start talking to airlines. Like we need like an airline sponsor so we can
Yeah.
just start sitting in first class. Then that kind of alleviates that problem, right? Once
Yeah.
we're in first
Yeah.
class, you just have your own,
Oh,
bro.
sure.
hey, you got your own thing, yeah.
Can't fly.
There has to be a way.
United.
'Cause,
I have silver status. Let's go. What
I
are we
mean,
doing?
Like Motion Plus, they get like Air France or something. I think
Air
is one of their
France.
sponsors. So I
Oh,
wonder
that's
if
nice.
they get like the first class like seats and stuff like that.
Maybe. We tried getting a Qantas sponsor for Camp Mograph Australia, but it didn't work for some reason. I don't know why. Yeah.
ANA. Come on, ANA. That's the Japanese airlines.
Yeah.
Let's get some.
Yeah,
let's get that Pokemon
yeah, so we
plane.
need to. Actually, it's Mario now. They got the Mario planes coming in 2026.
Oh, get us that Mario plane.
Yep.
And if it's a Kirby plane, even better.
They do have a Kirby
it's,
plane,
It's
but I
shaped
think
like
it's
Kirby ate the plane. You know?
Oh my God! Yes. How is this not a thing?
I think you have to, I thought I
They
sent
already
you the
got
video. If you fly locally in Japan, they actually have like a Kirby plane, but it's only like within Japan that it flies.
Well, they had the Kirby train that I didn't get to see, unfortunately.
Hmm.
They had like all the Kirby stuff happening. So they had at the one convenience store, the Konbini place, you have your 7-Elevens, you have like
Was it
Lawson.
Family
Lawson,
Value? Yeah.
and
Family
then you
Mart.
have your Family Mart, which Family Mart was the best one. And if only because they had like Kirby themed stuff because the new Kirby game just came out. And so they had this big like promotion. And so they had like Kirby onigiri, they had Kirby little muffins, they had Kirby little mochis and stuff. Like I took photos of all of them. But then they ran out and Family Mart just became a very sad place where they had no more.
How was the
Somebody in
7-Eleven?
this chat.
I hear the 7-Eleven.
The 7-Eleven, I mean, it's a lot better than American 7-Eleven, that's for damn sure. Like they had best food.
Yeah.
At
You can't compare.
Did you have one of the Japanese egg salad sandwiches from 7-Eleven? Because supposedly
Oh yeah.
they're incredible.
I had like 4 of them.
And then but they've brought them over to the U.S. Have you heard this?
Yeah, I've seen them.
I
They're
heard
not
that's-
it's not the same.
Yeah.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, it like they even it's definitely like a Temu version of it. Just like
No.
because in the Japanese one the crust is taken off and it has like that. It's not like
Oh, that's
mayonnaise
right.
or whatever. Like what
Is
do
it
they
like
mix
a
the egg
Kewpie
with?
mayo? Like a
Yeah, something like
sriracha
that. But
mayo?
yeah, the American one is just straight up sloppy got the crust, got American mayonnaise, which is
Aw.
disgusting. And it's just like,
Yeah,
it's like,
the Japanese ones are so pretty. Like they cut them perfectly, no crusts, like perfect 3 lines going across.
I didn't even like I knew it, but I didn't. It never registered in my brain that it had no crust
yeah.
on.
Oh.
It's just like perfectly smushy. What? But it was so it tastes so good. But like I would buy one like the night before and eat it first thing in the morning, and then you throw out the wrapper. But like it tastes delicious, but it smells like farts. Like, it just smells like farts once you're done with
All
it.
right.
So
All right.
the only downside.
All
I mean,
right.
my gym is just the hard-boiled eggs. Like I literally just buy a bunch at the Family Mart, and just down them like Rocky. Get the hard-boiled eggs, the little square rices, and they have these coffees over there called Boss Coffee. They're like these little cans, but yeah, I don't know. It's like the best coffee in a can that I ever had. Like I was telling EJ, I was trying to find it here, and it was like $65 for like an 8-pack on Amazon.
Jeez.
But
Oh,
over
my
there, they're like 50 cents for the can. Like it's
Yeah.
freaking nuts.
See,
Wow.
that's what you need to do.
Winbush, didn't you?
You need to go to Japan, buy a whole bunch of stuff that you can resell in the U.S. for a like crazy markup, and then that covers your costs.
So that's what we're
Put
saying.
some effort.
Yeah.
I did kind of do that. I had some ashtrays that I bought from the local arcades over there and sold them on eBay for like triple the price, and
Oh,
they
that's
sold within like an
hilarious.
hour.
That's funny.
Oh man.
What were you saying, Chris?
We
Oh, I was gonna say, Winbush, didn't you get a raw egg one time? That
Oh,
from
right.
the store.
Yeah, so the hard-boiled eggs, like you can just hit against the table and you peel it, right? And then you can
Uh-huh.
just eat it straight. I didn't realize the one time it was like an actual egg. So I hit it against the table and it just splattered like all over my hotel table. And I'm just like, oh, I guess I'm just eating rice this morning. But
That's
yeah.
hilarious. That's funny.
You didn't even just grab the yolk and just like,
Yeah.
all right,
Just
well,
start
That's
slurping
the
it out.
real
Nice.
Rocky way
Yeah.
of doing it, right?
That's the real rock.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean,
right.
I guess
Yeah.
I could have.
Raw,
Yeah.
the raw egg with your raw horse.
Oh my gosh. Did you get a lot of good
Every
sushi
time-
over there?
Eh,
Winbush don't eat sushi.
That's
But
right.
we did do conveyor belt sushi where you can get like what did you get, Winbush? They had like hamburger sushis and stuff.
Yeah, basically anything that wasn't under the sea, I got from from the conveyor belt. So
Mhm.
Yeah.
yeah, they have Wagyu steaks and stuff like that.
Yeah.
What would you say was your like favorite meals there? Like both of you.
Even though it was really simple, when we went to that beach town, I don't recall the,
Oh yeah,
but we went,
Kamakura.
we went to that curry place.
Yeah.
Real simple,
That
but
place
man, that
was
was
good.
so good.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Love a good
That
That was
was-
just rando.
Yeah, we just picked a random place.
Yeah, I went when my family came, we went to Shinjuku for breakfast. We had ramen at this like really shady spot in Shinjuku. It was so shady that there's like it's like in this underground basement. Like you go down, it doesn't even look like anything's there, but then you make a right and you're like just in this ramen place where they have like 5 seats. And then some like Yakuza came down and like sat next to us and we're starting to eat. My wife's taking pictures. I'm like, please don't take pictures of them over there.
Yeah.
Especially if they are Yakuza.
No,
that's
they were
bad.
like straight up because the people that ran the place like gave them, I guess, like how they do protection money type thing. Like they kind of run the area. So it's like the different shops there, if the Yakuza are like running that area, everybody that does business there has to pay them for protection money. So we were literally there as they were doing like the protection money exchange and stuff. And yeah, I was trying to tell my wife, like, yeah, please don't take pictures of them. Like, if you see the tattoos like on the chest and stuff, I'm like, just chill out a little bit. Cause she's just up there like flicking everything. And I'm just like, come on now.
That's funny. That's funny. Winbush was actually getting, promoted by the Yakuza while you were there. That was the real way to go.
We don't talk
We don't
about
talk
that.
about it.
Yeah. I'm a bona fide member now.
He's starting the American Yakuza.
Yeah, right. I mean, I played all the
He's
video
starting
games.
the Yins Kuza.
Yins Kuza.
Yeah.
The Yins.
How prominent are okay, so like you're talking about like tie-ins with Kirby, tie-ins with Street Fighter and stuff like that. I mean, I haven't been. I can only assume that it's just everywhere. Video games are everywhere there, right? Like
Yeah,
unlike
video
the
games-
US
Everywhere we
or
went.
whatever, Like in the US when I was in New York, it's like you didn't see a ton of advertisements for like Nintendo stuff, but there was a Nintendo store that we went to, you know, but it's like I can only assume that it's much more prominent there.
I mean, oh, go ahead, Winbush.
No, I was gonna say like that was kind of the cultural shock because like I'm in the video game, so it's like we'll walk into like a random Lost Land. I took pictures of it, but that particular store had like a collaboration going on with Monster Quest, which is like an old school NES game. So everything is just decked out with that. You have the slime, so you'll go to a store and it's like old school Final Fantasy pixel theme. So they have like chocobos and stuff, and it's just like you'll walk into random stuff that has like nothing to do with games, but they just have like some type of tie-in. And yeah, it's pretty wild just seeing it. Like the video games and Pokemon, I would say are like all over the place.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, everywhere.
Y'all went to the Nintendo headquarters, right? You were able to get tickets?
Nintendo
The
Museum.
raffle.
Yeah, museum, yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. How was that?
Yeah, it was great. The store sucked. I wish there was more stuff.
Oh, the store did suck, but yet you guys and your
But the
shopping, they were buying
Museum was great.
everywhere. The museum itself was amazing. It was really cool because there was 2 stories, and the upstairs was just like every game, every product, every console, even like the old school stuff they've ever made. Because they started out making like a card,
Yeah.
collectible cards type of thing. But they made a bunch of other weird stuff too. But yeah, the upstairs was all museum, but the downstairs was super cool because it was all gamified, where they have all these games to play, but you also had your essentially like your badge, and they put coins on it. So you would scan your badge to play the different things that they had, and you'd see your coins go down. And if there's something that was really busy, it cost more coins, and the ones that were a little bit more quiet didn't, only cost 1 coin. So you could do those a bunch of times. So they had like one of my favorite things was they have these really old school like plastic extendo arms, like you pinch the handles and then they stretch out. And they had this whole game that we went up to do where you pinch it and you try and catch these Pokeballs and yank them off the wall. And you could have done that for like 3 hours with the amount of tokens that they gave you.
Trying to fix your picture, Chris. It's
what happened?
it's the joy of
What?
working in teams and stuff. Like it did this to Winbush a second ago, and I guarantee you the second I fix it, watch, I'm gonna fix it and then it's gonna go all funky again. So
Yep.
but yeah, just bear with me.
You can't find me. You can't find me.
Do it live.
They also had the like the zapper guns and the Super Nintendo blaster as well,
Yeah,
right?
that was super cool.
Yeah.
The Super Scope.
I told you.
Yeah, that was
See,
my
as soon
favorite.
as I fix it.
Oh,
It popped
Yeah,
up.
well,
Yeah,
it auto fixed.
that's cool.
No, but one of the crazy things about Japan in general was that's why I went and got up. So I did my whole presentation on like just characters
Did you do the
and
same
stuff
one,
and how
same
like
similar one that you did for the XR motion?
yeah, pretty much. But tweaked it for like the Japanese audience and like talked more about the mascot stuff. But
Yeah.
like, yeah, you saw it's like they have mascots for like everything. So I have this book, or if anyone out there is interested, it's called it's called Hello Please.
Mm-hmm.
It's really good. And so like they have mascots for literally everything. So like this is a mascot for their police. It's like this
Okay.
little police mascot guy. And let's see what else they got here. They have like just like every like we would call them Pokemon too, because it's like little characters everywhere.
Uh-huh.
Like just
yeah.
I don't know, like, and I would just take pictures of all of them. Like they just have like characters for like don't water the lawn, and there's like this little cute character kind of thing. So like me personally,
yeah, you're
like
in
I
heaven there,
that's why
I'm
I love.
sure.
Yeah, like I'm just like, oh my god, all these like characters and stuff, like little milk character guy, and like just like toilet roll man and like garbage man thing, and then they have like these mascots like this that are mascots for different regions in Japan and towns and stuff. So it's just like, and then you go to those towns or whatnot, and then you can buy like plushies of their characters and
Yeah.
all
One
this
of the
stuff,
cool
like-
things about toys in there in general was that there were specialized ones if you went to different areas. Like the Tokyo station, that main station would have, hey, here's the conductor Pikachu, and you can only get them here.
Ah,
Yep.
that's fun.
hmm
That's fun.
So I wanted to find the Kirby train station Kirby because they had like a train Kirby train.
Mhm.
You can only get it in Osaka, and of course it's the one place we didn't get to go to. But like even like of course I'm me, so I had to go to breweries, and even breweries have like I got this little beer mat of like little mascot characters for a brewery.
Uh-huh. How were the breweries?
But yeah,
there?
like I'm just like, oh yeah, really good ones too, actually. But and they have like the can designs are cool. They like have all these characters on the cans too. So it's like, I don't know. As someone who's big into like character stuff, like I love it. Went to a pug cafe.
Yeah.
Got their
You've
little
been to that
card.
one a couple
Went
of
to a pug
times, though,
cafe.
right?
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
You should just book a room there.
I know. I should just live there, just work there for free.
Now here in
Um,
Chicago, we've got pretty good public transit, and I'm always like, well, I don't want to go over to that area because I have to like transfer from one train to another. And then here we are in Japan, and every place we go, we're like switching trains like 4 different times. EJ's like, get off here, run over here, okay, get out of this train, go over
my
there,
gosh.
and like it's completely like recalibrated in my head where it's like, oh, okay, I can hop on the train anywhere here in Chicago. It's super easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank God for EJ, because I tried to take the train by myself and ended up getting lost. I don't know where the heck I ended up, but it's just like, I'm like, I only had
Well,
to
the
go
best-
one stop, and then I'm just like, guys, I don't know where the hell I'm at.
Yeah. No, well, because like the train stations are like labyrinthian underground
Yeah.
places that are like part train station, part mall.
Yeah.
Where you could like we had really good steak lunch at Tokyo Station, like just randomly in the middle of nowhere.
And then we were choosing which steak place.
Yeah, which steak place we wanted to go to. But like there's all these like little things that like make Japan amazing. And I feel like because this was my third time going, but it was really cool to see through the eyes of like Winbush and Chris and Patrick
Yeah.
because they've never been before. And like just seeing them like see all the things I did where it's like, yeah, their toilets are the most high-tech toilets you've ever seen in your life. They like open for you, they say hello. But then like just simple things like, okay, the train, like everywhere is clean.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's not a piece of trash anywhere. There's like not, there's no shady people. Like you can feel safe wherever you want to go. There's like no crime.
Mm-hmm.
But then like the train stations, as we were saying, like the train stations have like awesome food places, and then every single train station and train line has their own jingle.
Oh, that's
So
funny.
like the fun part was just going around and like hearing all the different jingles
That's
and
kind
like
of cool because
know,
it's like
yeah.
especially if like there's accessibility issues, well, like someone being blind or something, being able to like kind of
Yep.
or like you're just zoning out, and then all of a sudden you hear your your stops jingle. That's cool.
I think that's why you guys said they did that, right? So people know, like if you're half asleep, then it's like, oh, there's my train stop because I know that song is my
Mhm.
my destination.
Yeah, it's just like you hear your alarm clock go off and
Yeah.
subconsciously like you wake up kind of thing.
You
So
guys wanna
yeah, I wonder
tell
if I
'em-
can actually.
So do you want to tell them my train story when I blacked out on a train?
Yeah, let's
Well,
hear
it goes
You
to
blacked out on
everybody-
the train.
Everybody, like the famous thing about trains in Japan is like how crowded they can get. And, most of the ones you're on are like pretty normal. They're not terribly crowded.
Mhm.
And then every once in a while you'd see one go by and it's like, oh, that looks really crowded. And somebody'd be like, that's only kind of half full.
Yeah.
And for the most
Or
part,
half
it was all
empty,
super clear.
depending on your view of the world.
But finally one night we got onto a train that was already super packed. And there's this amazing technique that people do that if the train is really crowded, but technically you can still fit on there. What you do is you turn around backwards, you put your arms on the door above you, and you just kind of force your way backwards into the train, and everybody kind of flows off into the aisles. But so one time it was super packed. Me and EJ are like plastered against the opposite wall. And one of my favorite bits there was that EJ, like his arms are pinned down and we were all wearing backpacks and stuff. And he manages to wiggle his arm out and like scratch his nose, but then he couldn't put his arm back down again. So he was just like resting on a backpack next to him the entire rest of the trip.
That's funny.
But
Winbush
that was
was like,
that was
oh, how many stops? And I'm like, dude, I can't reach my phone. Like I don't.
Yeah, I'm super claustrophobic, so that's when I kind of panicked because I asked EJ, I'm like, dude, like how many more stops? Because I'm like sitting there trying to meditate, just trying to stay calm. And as soon as he said like I can't reach my phone, I think I just had a panic attack, and I literally like just pushed like 50 Japanese people out of the way off to the train. Like I just kind of bull rushed everybody off, and like I didn't even realize I did it till I was on the platform. And I look back and I just see like all these terrified faces on the train. I'm just like, oh, sorry. It's like,
Yeah.
Gaijin
You had
smash.
yeah, you had the wherewithal. You turned back to me and EJ, and you're like, "I'm getting off," and then boom, off the train.
That's
did I say
We're
that?
like,
I don't
"Where
even
did he
remember.
go?"
I just remember, like, I literally just
blacked
one minute
out.
I asked EJ how many more stops. The next minute I'm on the platform, and I'm just like, what the hell did I teleport? And I look back, and everybody's just like terrified.
Oh, God.
You had your
So
Hulk
just
moment.
yeah, Hulk
Apparently.
smash all the little.
But the funny part is like you got off like a couple stops too early. And the nice thing about Tokyo itself is like, yeah, they got all the trains and stuff. But like if you really wanted to, you could walk
And
from one end of Tokyo to the other in like, probably like 6 hours. But we're like, oh my God, it's gonna take forever for Winbush to meet up with us. It only took you like what, an hour to actually walk to where we were, or maybe
Oh,
less
Yeah,
than
that's
at
that.
that
funny.
point, I was like, yeah, I'm just walking. Because I was going to get an
Yeah.
Uber, but then I was like, I don't want to sit in any more vehicles. I'm just going to walk. So I just, I just walked at that point.
With your
The
paper
walk of
bag
shame.
going.
I mean, I must have had a look on my face because the people were definitely staring at me as I'm just like fast walking through downtown Tokyo. I'm just, I don't know. I don't do good in crowds like that. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, definitely not. I don't think I
was
could
it
do
pretty
that every
crazy,
day.
Chris and Winbush? Was it pretty crazy culture shock being there? Like, because I know just for the European stuff that we did, for the most part, everything generally looked like the U.S. or parts of the U.S. But
Yeah.
it's like I can imagine Japan is just a whole crazy other culture and everything.
Yeah. It does go to like a lot of the places in Europe where it does turn into the little things are the ones that stand out so much to you. And, obviously when you're trying to order or figure something out, it's difficult. But for the most part, you can point at something and hold up a certain number of fingers
Yeah.
and then, everybody knows what you're trying to get at. But what makes it super easy, honestly, is that everyone is like so polite. Everybody is obeying the rules essentially. So like you're not it's like, oh, everybody's lining up on one side of the escalator, like universally, like everybody's like, this is what you do.
Yeah.
And like everybody's picking up trash. We kept on remarking over and over again that it's like, oh, somebody would accidentally drop a piece of trash. And then you'd see just some random passerby pick it up within 20 seconds, be like, oop, trash, pick it up. Like a little kid will dart out and be like, oh, there's some garbage here.
Interesting.
Like somebody knocks something off a shelf. And then some random person's like, oh, let me immediately put it back up on the shelf. So when everything's just like so clean and polite and honestly, everyone that we interacted with was just incredibly nice. Like to me, it's like, okay, like it's hard for anything to go terribly wrong here. And like EJ was saying, you can walk anywhere. The last day, we all kind of went our own direction because we all had flights at different times. So I had like 4 hours just to myself. And I was like, I'm just going to walk to, I don't, EJ, you tell me, but what was the name of that like Central Park
Oh,
area?
in Tokyo,
Yeah, the big park.
the Meiji Jingu. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, well, what he said.
Yeah.
But it's like I spent an hour just walking there and then walking
Yoyogi Park.
park and yeah, and it was beautiful and it's like at no point was I worried about like it's like, oh, I shouldn't go down that way. Like I was all the time actually while we were walking we were like, let's get off the main road and just go down like a tiny side alley and we'll go down a tiny side alley of the side alley
Yeah.
and it'd just be like, and there'd be like a little tea shop with people like getting served and people eating snacks and like people gardening, and it was just, like any place you went was like, this is so peaceful.
Yeah.
Like this is so nice.
Did you get any street food?
It's definitely some. I mean,
Street
it's okay.
food's
Is it not
not
really a thing?
no, like not like the food stalls and stuff like that. Like there's more like tiny hole in the wall izakayas, basically like little tiny food bars and stuff like that. But I mean, in certain areas, like the first night, like while we're waiting for Chris to fly in because his flight got delayed, like Tad took us to this one area where it's just like at night, it just like the restaurants kind of spill onto the streets and you're just sitting on these like basically like crates, like at little like carton, like what do you call it, milk
Milk
crates
crates.
The
kind
milk
of thing.
cartons. Yeah.
Yeah, milk cartons and so it was just so super cool vibe, like just grilling, and you can only fit like maybe 5 people at each little restaurant. And like the one place we're going to was like, oh, can we order a water? And they're like, no, we don't have water. And it's like, okay, but we can get water mixed with alcohol. And I was like, yeah, you could do that. But
Funny.
but yeah, Chris is right. It's like for me, it's like I'm very familiar with it because I took Japanese from, when I was in college. So like I was big into Japanese culture and stuff, and I was there, over 10 years ago. But it's just one of the most, like, anyone you talk to that's been to Japan, like I think the immediate thing they say is just how amazing it was and how they want to go back. And I think a big part of it is just like the intimidation's not there. Like, even though there's a lot of stuff that's different culturally, everything that's different is like, oh my God, this is a better version of
Yeah, exactly.
It's like the 7-Elevens are amazing. The toilets are amazing, except for the squatty ones. The squatty ones you don't want.
That was the thing.
hole in the ground ones.
Yeah.
The
Traditional ones.
I think for me, like actually, like Japan, like the locals and everything were great. I think I probably complained more than I should have, but like the tourists that were there were probably the biggest issue with Japan, even though we're tourists technically coming in. But you have tourism from everywhere. Like I didn't, because I guess it makes sense. They're so close to Russia, right? So there was a ton of Russian tourists, and they were kind of loud. The Chinese tourists were kind of loud and pushy. The American tourists were extra annoying. I actually almost got into a fight in Kyoto with an American tourist. But it's like all the Japanese people I interacted with, it was like 100% graceful, like no problems at all. It's only when you're like sitting there and you watch how like tourists interact and you kind of feel embarrassed because it's like, well, we're tourists here too, and they're kind of making us look bad. Like that part is the part that sucks about it, because it's like, you try to go there, be on your best behavior, show appreciation for the culture, and then you have these I was getting ready, because you have these dummies out there just acting the fool, and it's just
You have these mega donks.
Yeah, these mega donks out there acting the fool, making you look bad, especially when you're on a train. Then it's like everybody's looking at you too. It's like, nah, we're not those tourists.
We're not with them.
We're not with them.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing too. It's like it's so easy to stick out like a sore thumb because, like, Chris was mentioning the story about when Winbush, rampaged out of the train. Like you're jam-packed in this train, but you could hear a pin drop because no one's listening to music loud. It's not like in New York City where you got some fucking person breakdancing. And sorry, I just made this an explicit podcast by saying that while Winbush was trying to.
I mean, the Russian guy, right? Remember that Russian guy on the train? He was like spread eagle on the train, talking on his cell phone the whole time.
On his cell phone.
He's literally spread out like across the whole entire
spreading the biggest man spread you've ever seen.
And everybody's just looking at him and he's not getting the clue at all. It's just like,
well, and that's the thing too, is that like people take advantage of going to Japan because, like we were saying, that the Japanese are some of the most kind people in the world, and they tolerate like a lot. Like they're so kind that they won't like even call someone out, like unless it's like really bad. Like there's a story, like I said, think soon after we left, of this Japanese guy that like just blew up at this woman that was talking really loud on the phone. It was like a foreign woman, like tourist woman, and like said that he took her phone and just smashed it on the ground.
Jeez.
So it's just like, but it's like that would take so much, like there's got to be so much pent up like anger there of just like, I'm so fucking sick of these goddamn tourists coming here and like just ruining the whole system and like not being like not walking on the side that you're supposed to walk on. Like, if you're in England or something.
Yeah.
What's that?
I said that was my big thing. I don't know why it was like a sore point for me, but like you're supposed to go with the flow of traffic. So you're trying to be commendable, walk on the left-hand side of the sidewalk, and then you have this asshat coming right towards you. And then it's like, take the clue. Like everybody's walking on this side. Like, why are you trying to go against the grain? It's just like, I don't know. Out of all the things, that's the one that bothered me the most, was when people went against the flow of traffic and just kind of congesting the sidewalks up.
Well, one thing we talked about, and I feel like this is in full display probably anywhere in the world, but I think especially so in Japan, just because, again, Japanese people are so nice and kind and stuff, and they're not doing this kind of behavior. So when other people are doing this behavior, it sticks out. But we call it as like, oh, it's another influencer asshole, where they're like, there'll be a flow of traffic and they just stop and take a photo of themselves real quick. And meanwhile, like, you know, you're in a busy intersection in like downtown Tokyo. There's like big crowds of people, and people just stop and like take a photo, or they like block everyone or hold everyone up to do a selfie. And it's
Shibuya
just like, oh
Crossing,
my
that was
God.
it, right?
Yeah,
Everybody
Shibuya
runs out
Yeah.
and they're doing like cartwheels in the middle of the street and doing
Yep.
stupid
Mhm.
The busiest
influencer
street
stuff.
in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Or yeah, people stop moving on the walking side of the escalator. Yeah, Blake. It's just like, but it's just like you have to be so like so selfish and just so unobservant and so like not like so disconnected from the actual experience of like visiting another country and like experiencing another culture. Like you're so disconnected from that like all you want to do is just go there, get a selfie with Mario and GTFO.
Yeah.
And like not like some of our like I don't know, probably everyone here would agree that like some of our best experiences were like sitting down and like having a conversation with like the waiter that was sitting with that was like waiting on us, or you know, people from the event, or you know, whatever those kind of experiences were, because you know that's when you get like really connected with like people. And like I would run into people that like I'm trying to practice Japanese, they're Japanese, they're trying to practice the English, and so we would like be talking over ramen or sushi or something like that. And that's like something I'll always remember, like eating horse meat and those conversations and at dinner. Like I'll always remember that. But yeah, man, like everything is just so superficial. Let me get my selfie with XYZ, and then I go home and I like, what do you do with those photos? Like
Yeah.
you just went there, you did your thing, and now you're home. And
You know, there
I
was
don't
I think there was a lot of push in the Japanese government in order to bring in tourism and stuff like that after COVID, you know, and I think
Yeah.
there were a lot of like a lot of incentives to get people over there, and I have heard since that like that has caused an influx of like really crappy tourism and stuff.
Yeah. I
It's
think
like
they're at their
almost
breaking
kind
point.
of like be careful what you wish for
Yeah.
type thing.
yeah,
Yeah.
Because
well,
now
it is very cheap.
they're doing the opposite. Now they're kind of like when I was there, I was watching the news and they were talking about making a law where it was illegal to film yourself live streaming in public in Japan
Oh, that would be
because they have so
amazing.
many live streamers over
would
there
not
that
complain.
yeah, I mean they love their privacy, right? Like they don't want to be on film, they don't want to be in your random photos. So whenever someone's walking down with their selfie stick, like just all over the place, I guess they're kind of getting tired of it. So
Yeah.
I mean, how many signs did we see of like no live streaming, no videos, no nothing? Like I feel like almost
yeah,
like
it's
I would
like
say
everywhere.
50% of the places we went to had signs up everywhere.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Huh.
But then of course you saw people filming anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. Down the
Lot
busy
of that.
streets.
But it's crazy that that's like such a problem, like so many people live streaming and stuff like that. But then you go on like Twitch, like Winbush and I, we follow this guy on Twitch that like, that's what he does, is go into these like retro game stores and just like has this like, you know,
Like the Predator
T1000
cam.
little Predator camera thing on his shoulder. And you know, he's just picking up games and he's like, oh, check out this game. Like, all right, this is the price, da da da. And
But now that
I
we've
don't
been
know.
over there, I kind of stopped watching them because I'm like, I can see where that's uncomfortable because it's like the
Yeah.
stores are already kind of congested as is. So now you have this guy with like this camcorder on his shoulder, like taking up all the space and doing up just like, yeah, guy, like people are trying to do that when I was in Super Potato and I'm kind of just knocking them over. I'm like, I'm trying to see the stuff in here. Like nobody cares about what you're trying to stream over here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just talking to themselves. And
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like
it's
when you see it in public, it's more like what's the word for it? Cringy, I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Are y'all planning on doing? Are y'all planning on trying to keep this an annual thing or a biannual thing?
We're going 4 times a year.
4 times
I'm going
every
next
I would
quarter,
go there.
baby.
I would do this every month. I would do a monthly thing to be honest. Like,
Well, they
Month on
just
month.
opened
Well,
a
that w-
Sonic Cafe, so we got to go back in like February.
well, that was the thing, is like you never know how, like one of the big things you mentioned about translation and stuff like that, and like that was kind of like I think probably all of us like it was kind of weird because like, you know, Winbush would tell a joke or whatever, and it was actually, you know, it was a good joke. But then you don't hear anything
Yeah.
because whatever you're saying is like being filtered through that translation and trying to nail a joke. And then like, well, how does this even, translate to
Yeah.
that? And like, I had that a few times too, where like
Did
I
you get
think
any good
Patrick did it
laughs?
the most.
Like, did it translate well a couple of times?
well, like Patrick 4D, like he's a funny ass dude.
Uh-huh.
Like,
Yeah, he
like
ate it the
at the
most
New
out
York
of-
conference and he like, no, nothing. And I was like, oof. And he was the first one to go. So that like set the tone of like, oh man,
He was supposed to warm him up.
rough day.
Yeah.
It was like, actually, I said it was like Matt when you were trying to speak Spanish in Barcelona
Yeah.
and it just killed the vibe. Like,
But it was 45 minutes of that.
yeah, right. Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. That's super
But yeah,
funny.
that'd be dope if everybody could go next year. Trying to do it again and just
Yeah.
blow it out.
Yeah.
So it'd be like
Do it
really
again and
dope.
do it much bigger.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Yeah.
So,
We had like
go ahead.
I was gonna say we had like 180 people show up this last one, and so the Hoshi-san and Tad-san that were helping us out, like they're like thinking, we're like, oh, how big do you think next year? Like maybe 300 people. And they're like, no, maybe 1,000, 2,000. It's like, oh damn,
We were just
okay,
like, what?
Jeez.
let's go.
All right.
And that was like the night of the event. Like I think everything went really well,
Mhm.
and so yeah, crossing their fingers. Like
I mean, it was
I'm totally down.
those two knocked it out the park. Like I caught in the
Yeah.
like that. Like we didn't even know what we were getting into once we walked into the venue because it
Mhm.
was held at the the venue's called Tunnel Tokyo, but it's actually inside the Sega headquarters. So it was
Oh.
like the fifth floor of like the Sega HQ. Like that floor is like their convention for doing these type of events. And soon as we get off the elevator and walk into the venue, it's just like there's this big TV and it just has us all on there. Then you turn the corner and there's like this infinity tunnel that has like these cool LED lights and yeah, like the whole venue is just like really dope. So it's almost overwhelming at first walking into it because you're just like, holy crap, like this is, this is our event. This is what we're doing. And then the
Yeah.
people start flowing in and yeah, it was a real vibe. So yeah, shout out to Tad and Hoshi. Like because we, there's some stuff that gets lost in translation. So without those people being there on the ground, I don't think we would have been able to even pull it off, to be quite honest. Like we probably had to do it at a Starbucks with like 10 people or something. It's
You're
like,
going to do it like a bar,
Yeah.
like 40 people.
yeah, it's just saying,
Yeah.
we're going to be at this dive bar. Come meet us here. We'll talk MoGraph with you guys.
Did you meet up with any other
Yeah.
MoGraphers while you were there?
Yeah, well, I mean, we had like Chris. There was someone from your like Slack that came.
Yeah, yeah.
I actually
yeah.
You came out. Yeah.
met last year, but yeah, quite a lot of people. Like actually, there was like I don't know if you know Nick Greenwald, but he was in Japan the
Mhm.
same time we were, but couldn't like work out. It's like Tokyo's so massive,
Mhm.
and like trying to figure out your day is like impossible. So just never worked out. But like Lorcan,
Yeah,
I don't know,
Lorcan.
he did
Yeah, I
some.
love Lorcan
yeah,
O'Shanahan.
Lorcan works
Yeah.
at. Yep. He's friend. I didn't realize
Does
he was
work
friends
in-
with
work
Shell
with
and
Toyota or
Toyota. Yeah. Yep.
That's cool.
So yeah, it's like once you're there, like there's actually a lot of people that like Lorcan's he's been living in Japan
Yeah,
since
he's been there a while.
I think he just got there before the pandemic. So yeah, for like 6 years now, and but yeah,
Yeah.
even that was I
That
could meet up with him.
the Patrick, I can't remember his name. He does all the Blender Octane tutorials. Like a toy
Oh, yeah.
sent him out because he lives in Osaka.
Patrick LeVar.
Yeah, Patrick LeVar. He came out. He does a lot of stuff with the toy out there in Japan. Some of the Revolution guys came out. Like, there's a lot of people that I didn't know like moved to Japan like these past couple of years. They just randomly show up. They're like, yeah, we live in Osaka. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
I had no idea.
That's a-
But
Surprising
Yeah,
number
there's
of English speakers as well.
Really?
Like
Yeah.
just at the event. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, essentially, it was like even at the event, it was trivial to have conversations
Yeah.
because in any given moment there was somebody nearby to help translate what you needed to.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Was it
There's,
how did it compare to like say when we were in Barcelona or France, or even anywhere in Europe really, where like English was basically a second language, so you could communicate with everyone. Was it similar to that, or did you feel like you were really having to like, rely on translators and stuff?
I mean, at the event, I would say we definitely had to For some people, we had to really lean on translators and stuff like that. And like even me, like I know a tiny bit of Japanese, but like conversationally, it's like kind of tough.
Mhm.
And
But that was the great part about it was like Tad who helped run the event, like he was born in Maryland.
Oh,
so
interesting.
so he yeah, so he moved to Japan like when he was like 14, 15, something like that. And so he was like amazing. Like we couldn't have done this event without him just because of like his organization and his translation. And then
he
one
And you
guy
host
hosted
that
as
worked,
well. Yeah, he hosted
Yeah.
too.
what's that? Yeah, he hosted as well. So he was like, yeah. Um, one of the guys that works at Signif, who Hoshi-san's like high up at, they had a guy that was he was from Barcelona actually too, and
Yeah, he was great.
Hmm.
He was
he was
looking out for me. He
yeah,
every time he saw me entering into a conversation, he would like zip on over and help translate.
That's
He
cool.
was great.
yeah.
That's super cool.
So it's just really funny. Like almost every studio that was like a sponsor that was a big part of the event or had someone that was speaking at the event, almost every team had like one guy that was like from South America and like, English was his, second
Mhm.
language as well. And so it just worked out really well for like we had like a uh pre-event dinner and the night before, and like that was great just to connect with people. And then like Winbush mentioned, CG World Japan was like a huge sponsor and help and organizer, and they had a couple people on staff that spoke really good English because they do the like a lot of live events
Mhm.
throughout Japan or throughout Tokyo, and so they need someone on staff that can communicate in English as well. So it just worked out really, really well. So
That's cool.
yeah.
A lot of people want to practice their English too, though.
Yeah.
Like a lot of times,
Mhm.
like, because I would have Google Translate on my phone, like ready to go. And I've had some people actually just like, no, 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 just like put your translator away and they want to try to like practice English,
Mhm.
like speaking to you and stuff. So I know there was a desire for them more to speak English rather than me butcher Japanese to them. So
Uh-huh.
yeah, it seemed like yeah, it was cool though because they appreciate it when you try to speak a little bit of Japanese to them, which was also kind of fun. So
Yeah.
I think if I had more time there, I can actually, it's that fight or flight type thing, right? Like once you're surrounded by it, you just start assimilating
Mhm.
everything there. And even people I know that moved out there said like within a couple of months, they're not like fluent Japanese, but they know enough to kind of get around and talk to people and stuff.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I feel like I was just getting my feet wet. I think if I had another couple of months, then I probably would have started picking stuff up more.
Yeah.
You'd be able to pronounce Akihabara right
It's always
after a few
Akibra.
months.
Akibra.
Akibara.
It's Akibra.
That's cool. Well, I hope that you guys do it again. And if you do, I would love to go
Yeah,
out
come
there.
out.
I would. I would like to go, you know. I think that would be a lot of fun. And if I go,
Say
then
Mograph
I
got a sponsor next time.
yeah, we'll see about that. We'll see about that. Mograph needs a few more people selling plugins on the website. So,
I know a
Already
plugin
been
guy.
chewed. Let's
Yeah.
get them
Yeah.
sponsored. Get them to speak.
yeah, that'd be cool. Okay, so it's the last show of the year, last show of, the year. Do you guys what are y'all's, away from Japan and stuff like that, what are y'all's New Year's resolutions? What are y'all planning on doing for next year? You guys got any big plans? Anything? No?
EJ?
There's
Planning on
only
learning
Japan.
learning
Like, that's
learning Blender?
yeah. You know what? Like that's well, I did something I've been wanting to do for a while now, which is learn Substance Painter. So
Yeah.
I feel like I'm got a course coming out at School of Motion for that. Uh, yeah, Blender. I feel like we keep mentioning Tad. Tad is not only an amazing like person and helped us out with this event. Like couldn't have done it without him. But he's also like an amazing Blender
Mhm.
artist. That's actually how I knew him before I actually met him. Um, and so he's doing this whole course with these like characters, and it's basically like a show that will help you learn Blender. So I was
That's
like, I
cool.
told him, I was like, dude, you gotta help me learn Blender there. Yeah, his website is Merryman. Always have his card right here, but yeah, Merryman Inc.com. Like really good character artist, animator, and so he does this style of work that I'm like, oh, I want to do. Like, I don't know, man. It's just grease pencil, man. It's
Yeah.
like that's the whole
Yeah.
thing that like really hooks me, and like you know, just a lot of great character artists are using it. So,
Yeah.
and we have Elijah,
Yeah.
Elijah Sheffield. He's going to be teaching a grease pencil course at School of Motion.
Cool.
So like selfishly, I'm like super stoked. So
Yeah.
yeah, I would say my resolution that I would say the one thing this trip, and it's something I talked about on my presentation for Japan and New York City, and then a different form of this for my Motion Plus presentation, which that's another thing I want to do more like non-tutorial talks because it was a lot of fun. It made me like really push my like really help like it was the most out of my comfort zone I've probably been in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
But I'd like to do more of that. But the one thing that I kind of discovered doing that and then going to Tokyo and stuff, it's like sometimes you go to places or you do things and you're not very present or like you don't or like I know I love going to Japan and like I know I love video games and I know I love doing art and stuff, but I didn't really connect the things together where it's like, oh yeah, like actually it was because I like was in a Nintendo and like Mega Man and Kirby and all this stuff when I was a kid that made me or like Ninja Turtles like and I would draw stuff and then I would start watching Dragon Ball Z and that made me want to draw stuff even more and then it's like, oh shit, that's like why I actually got into this to begin with and why I'm so big into characters and like going to the place and like I don't know like Winbush and Chris if you guys felt the same thing of like video games were such a huge part of probably all of our lives to be in a place where like, oh, this is where like Nintendo was made and like the characters are everywhere. And it's just like I went to Kirby Cafe and like, I almost like shed a tear because how happy I was. Like my inner child was just so geeked out. I'm like, this is so cool. Like, this is like part of who I am. So, that's actually one thing I want to do. And actually Luis Miranda, I looked on his YouTube just a few days ago because he does like he's been doing like Game Boy and Pokemon content lately. And I just like he used to do a bunch of tutorials on like Octane and stuff like that. And then he just switched over as like I want to talk about Pokemon and like cool shit about Pokemon on his same YouTube channel. I'm like and then Winbush started up his gaming channel too and I'm like I feel like I've been just let me do a simulation tutorial because that's hot right now, even though that's, maybe I'm passionate about that in the moment, but like, I've never like really showed a lot of like, oh, what interests me and like, what fun stuff do I want to talk about? That's maybe not exactly C4D related or something like that. And what can that be? So that's like, I want to lean into that a little bit more. And like, I don't know if that's just being more of myself and not like just catering to like, let me talk to you about cloner distributions that just got added.
Yeah. You gotta have those hobbies and stuff like that. I'm currently working on a reskinning of Mike Tyson's Punch Out for the NES I'm reskinning it for the top like 3. He's third in the world speedrunner for Mike Tyson's Punch Out. We're doing like a custom NES game for him, putting his character as Mike Tyson, But it's it's so much work because you've got to go through and you've got to, find the individual sprites and everything. And luckily, with my background in NES development, I've been able to do so much more of that and understand it so much better than anyone who's just like, oh, let me change some sprites. It'll be fine, which is crazy, but it's still very difficult and very time consuming, but love that
like
stuff.
I'd watch something like that. Like you should like share your process there. That seems pretty cool.
Yeah. So it's pretty neat. Chris,
you want to have it on a cartridge?
Say what?
Are you going to put it out on cartridge?
Yeah, so
or like a
the
ROM
goal
file?
is the guy's name is Whiteout, WHYTE out. And he's actually in Denver, EJ. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And so he, I met him because I was following this streamer named Retro Thunder. If y'all have watched any of the live streams, I've been doing a bunch of fan art for him, because I watched him play the Karate Kid for like 6 months straight, from like playing it for the first time all the way to world record. He just hit a new world record like 2 days ago, which is really awesome. But like Whiteout started following him on TikTok, and like, me and Retro Thunder kind of, started talking and becoming friends and stuff like that. And he's like, oh, you need some NES development? Talk to Matt. So I started talking to him, and it's like he wanted to do the game. So he gives away custom NESs every month or every quarter or something, for like the top like fan art or something like that. And so, or the comments, or something like that. All you had to do is comment. And so like he gives them away, but he wants to do a custom version of himself in the game. So I'll do the ROM, and then he's got someone who's going to load it onto an actual cartridge and give those away, which is cool. You know?
That's awesome.
Yeah.
What about that Beeple game? What happened to that?
Here's the thing. If Mike would pay me to make the Beeple game, I would totally make the Beeple
I don't know if
game.
he's got money, man. He's kind of hard up.
Yeah, I know. With all his pooping dog NFT.
Pooping dog. Yeah. He's still building.
Yeah. So I know. I mean, the thing is, it's like if I'm gonna do an NES game or something, like if I'm gonna do it for someone who's well known, I want to get paid for it and it be a job, or the NES development needs to be like a passion project, Like I really wanted to do the C4D game, but or the C40 game, but it's like I couldn't come up with a really good like concept and stuff like that, with the Camp Mograph game. That was really easy, because I also stole all the sprites from Friday the 13th, but
well, just the story and the level dynamic. Like I'm sure that's easy to like create the level and like the spider lore and like the story's basically there. Yeah, it's harder to.
And that was the same thing with the Beeple game. Like I was like, I really liked the story that I came up with. It's just like the amount of time that it would take me. I when Mike was doing his video game event or whatever, he's like, dude, you got to finish the game. And I was like, nah, dude, you got to code the whole thing in assembly. He's like, just use Chat GPT. And I'm like, bro, dude, I was like, all right, you use Chat GPT. So it's like, I don't know. It's whatever, So, Winbush, Chris, what's on y'all's agenda for next year? Anything that people should look out for?
Go ahead.
You can go, Chris. Go ahead.
Let's see. I mean, might have some pretty big life changes coming up, but that's, personal life stuff, which is fun. For work, we got, we're half res to put on as always. We're considering changing venues up, which we haven't done in a while. So that would be pretty cool.
I like Chop
Shop. If we could pull it off.
Yeah.
I love Chop Shop. We've been there for like 5 years in a row. And I think switching venues is like one of the cool parts.
Yeah.
Changes up the vibe.
I had a good time this year. That was a lot of fun,
Yeah.
Yeah,
we changed up some stuff this year that made it run a lot smoother, which was really great. And of course, we're already, chatting a little bit about PXP stuff.
Yeah.
But I've got 4 plugins that are like all lined up and
Nice.
getting closer and closer to releasing. Always difficult to actually get those pushed out the door. Like the marketing materials on that stuff is always so difficult.
Yeah.
But yeah, really, really pushing hard for one that I've been working on for way too long. Which I'm super excited about. That's going to be great. And then I sort of the opposite of you guys. I'm actually trying to get a little bit better at doing some social media stuff. I was messaging EJ yesterday being like, how do I invite a collaborator? Or I just don't use Instagram nearly enough to do any of that. So I've been experimenting with some like short form tutorials where I edit it down to like 3 minutes long and get it posted.
That's the hot stuff right now. I would also like to do that as well. Yeah.
But it still takes like 45 minutes of like raw footage to trim it down to 3 minutes. And
Like
you're like,
harder to do.
Yeah.
You're cutting out like every breath, and you have to do a take after take just to make sure your mouse like elegantly moves from one spot to another. You can't be like, whoop, nope, missed it, go back. It's like, nope, that's half a second. I can't spare. But I'm figuring that out too. I was having some discussions actually even with these guys in Japan where it's like, usually those types of videos are like, oh, here's one thing and here's the 3 steps to get there. And I make a 3-minute video and I'm like, okay, here's a cool thing we're going to make, but here's like the 45 things you're going to learn in these 3 minutes.
Yeah.
And it's like, should I pare it down or is that just my style? I don't know.
I mean, I feel like every NAB presentation has been like, here's the 50 things you need to know about Cinema 4D in 50 minutes or something, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So anyway, hopefully some exciting stuff coming out
That's
soon.
cool. That's cool.
Oh, and actually, this isn't super duper public, but the new version of C4D just came out. So you got 2026.1 came out. And one of the cool features in there is the distributions.
Yeah.
Which is, you know how like, back in the day we had effectors and effectors had fall-offs, but the fall-offs got broken out into fields.
Yeah.
So in the new version, we've got cloners, and the way the clones are arranged has been broken out optionally into a system called distributions. And they shipped new distributions along with this new version, and me and my team built all of those.
Oh, that's awesome.
So,
that's super.
so yeah, there's a bunch of cool ones like the stack and the bead distribution and the
I didn't know you guys made those.
yeah, we made all of those.
Oh,
I
that's awesome.
I gotta make some videos and tell people.
Yeah.
about
That's a great job, man.
Yeah.
That is like super powerful. See, I haven't
that's
messed
like
with them myself,
the main
but all the
feature that they're
demos.
touting for this release.
Yeah.
So great job.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, we built them all. It was super fun to put together and conceive of, and like even so many moving parts where they're developing and then we're developing, and then we find bugs, they fix things, add a new feature, we're implementing.
See, when is Maxon
So,
just
yeah,
gonna
really
hire
cool.
you guys? Honestly.
I don't like being hired officially because then you have to say yes to
Yeah,
everything.
that's true. That's true.
I like being a contractor. Then you have more influence.
That's funny. Well, that's cool. Winbush, what about you? Next year, what are your plans?
Yeah, no, I'm chilling.
Become the next YouTube influencer, more so than you already are?
Yeah, I mean, guess I gotta learn Japanese. The one thing about buying all those consoles in Japan is you don't realize that everything's in Japanese
Oh,
on
that's
the menus
funny.
and everything when you go play the games.
Yeah.
So, but learning, like, I don't know how to speak it, but I recognize the symbols for at least the menu stuff now, because when you turn on your Saturn, it's like all Japanese. So it's like, okay, I better figure this stuff out. But yeah, on the work side, I still owe School of Motion another course. We have Unreal Engine 5.7 just officially dropped, which means that the MoGraph tools, or Project Avalanche, known back in the day, is officially out. It's not in beta. Like, the full production mode is out now. So got to finish up that course, going over your first steps in working with the motion design tools, because a lot of people are interested in it, but most of the tutorials out there are just on the cloner stuff.
Yeah.
Nobody gets into like the actual stuff you would use for work. So that's what we've been kind of outlining in. I think I've started it like 3 times now, because every time I start getting into it, a new version of Unreal drops.
Yeah.
So it's like, now that it's like definitive, like this is the version of motion tools that's going to be out for the foreseeable future. Now is the time to get that course underway. Oh yeah, since I got this here, got to give a big shout out to Dell. Everybody on the show here is Dell ambassadors now. So
Not me.
I think it.
Now,
Tell
Okay.
Dell to hit me up.
they're in the process. Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna say ditto on everything Winbush says
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, so we're
Adele
Dell.
was a huge
Sliver
sponsor
Chris
for
again
our
right
event,
now.
so yeah.
Yes, let me throw that Dell
PXP is
logo up
powered,
again. in
PXP
case
is
everybody
powered by
mixed it.
Dell.
Yeah. Anybody else wants to sponsor Winbush? I'm like a NASCAR driver. Like, I'll put all the patches on my shirt.
funny.
So let me know. But
That's funny.
as of now, for
His
the,
arms are big. He's got a lot of space for logos. in his shirt.
but yeah,
That's
no,
hilarious.
Dell's been they've been great to work with this year. Like at beginning of the year, I was doing a lot of 3D scanning stuff when I was hiking, and talked to Dell when they sent me out a laptop so I could scan while on the hiking trails. And then they came through with sponsorship for the show in Japan, the PXP stuff. So, and then I spoke at Adobe Max at the Dell booth this year, which was a lot of fun. So yeah, big shout out to Dell. They've been great this year. Trying to think anything else. No, I started a gaming
You got
channel
your-
this summer.
Yeah.
You got your
that's awesome.
gaming channel that's popping off.
Yeah, the
Are you
gaming
still
stuff. I've
doing
been doing retro gaming.
the morning walks and playing beat 'em ups?
No, I kind of stopped that because I was losing muscle mass, so I
yeah.
went back to lifting weights in the morning.
All right.
Because it was like either
I was gonna say you're
cardio or
looking pretty
lifting
thin,
weights,
brother.
so-
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it. Yeah, when I couldn't lift something, I was like, I gotta start lifting weights again. So yeah, not as much cardio these days. I lost all that weight, so
Yeah.
now it's time to pack the muscle back on. But still doing gaming content. Like now, it's more about cheat codes for games.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
just more. Or yesterday, I did Contra Hardcore for the Genesis. Today, I'm doing Super Punch Out for the Super Nintendo. There's
Cool.
actually a two-player mode you can unlock that I did a code for. So
Yeah.
yeah, a lot of that stuff.
Zero
It makes
zero
me
seven
happy, so
three
I do
seven
it.
three 5963. That's the code to get to Mike Tyson.
No, this one is they unlock the two-player mode inside of Punch On Super Nintendo. You hold a button combination on the second controller, but then you can actually fight each other, like you not just you versus the computer, like you versus an actual second player. So it's pretty dope.
That's cool. I'm struggling with the the teams and
Yeah, no, it's
OBS.
like
Yeah,
know
I think
it's
it's
going.
kind of
Cutting me off with
It's
Whack-a-mole.
so ridiculous. It's like I'll fix it and then
It's
it'll
like in
go
Stranger
back.
Things when you see the grandfather clock. It's like Winbush just saw the grandfather clock,
I don't know what that is.
and then
my
Chris
Is that a
did, and
reference
then
to the
I'm
new
gonna see it
season? I
at some
haven't seen
point.
the new
Yeah.
season.
No.
Oh, maybe that's the new. It's the what's the fourth one?
Fourth one.
Wow.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
So is it like Ocean's 11 where you just have like the strip of like each character like kind of sliced
Yeah.
down for the transition?
It's so
There's
dumb.
so
it's,
many
it's something
characters,
with
yeah.
teams, and I think it's because I've got 4 people in here, at once. So it's just it's like it doesn't see it or something. I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Well, that's exciting for everyone. I'm excited about all the stuff.
What are you doing?
I don't know. I want to. So I've been doing the Houdini stuff. Like since officially, I've been freelancing with. I was freelancing with ABC starting in May. And then officially my first day was like a week and a half ago. Was last week.
So your staff now.
I am
Oh,
officially staff at
that's
ABC, which
Hell
is
yeah.
pretty awesome.
Congrats, dude.
Thanks. I appreciate it. But yeah, I'm gonna change Winbush, and then it's gonna mess it all up. So I just
Wait, Matt,
Yeah.
Matt, I got a question
Yeah.
for you. Did I hear that you are off of the Monster Energy drinks and you're drinking water these days?
yes,
What?
yeah. So funny story. My eyes wouldn't stop twitching.
Oh, really?
So
Wow, I'm shocked.
Yeah.
I wonder why.
I went to my eye doctor to get like new prescription and stuff like that, and they're like, well, it's either lack of sleep or too much caffeine. And I was like, well, drinking too much caffeine counteracts the amount of sleep and stuff like that, so maybe I'll try and give it up. The first 4 days were pretty awful, and then I eventually I just it got better. So I've been off of the Monster, off of caffeine completely for like a month and a half, and my eyes are still twitching. Not as bad
Have
as
you
they
seen
were.
Nacho Libre?
What?
Have you seen Nacho Libre? Where it's like, I've had diarrhea since Easter's. That's
I've
you.
seen it,
That's
I've
you.
seen
on
it
the
once. Yeah, that's funny. No, but like I started. Actually, Blake and I were talking about this the last time on the last show. We were just texting back and forth. I started taking like a multivitamin, and this is like, okay, my birthday was like last week, and it's like, okay, I'm getting old, so I started taking a multivitamin, and I've noticed it stopped twitching as much. It's like the magnesium in it or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, I am officially off of the Monster. I don't know if I'll keep it forever, Here's the interesting thing about not drinking caffeine. My day goes by really fast. When you're drinking caffeine, I feel like it slows down time. You can get a lot more done, but it's like
Seems like it should be the opposite.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes like you just won't pay attention to the time whenever you're, super high on caffeine or something. But I've noticed sometimes if you have nothing going on and you're drinking caffeine just trying to get through the day, the time will go by so much slower, versus no caffeine. It's like, it doesn't ramp up or anything, but it's pretty even, and it goes by. I feel like my day goes by a lot faster, and I'm sleeping so good. Like, I haven't slept this good in a long time. So, yeah. Anyway, as far as next year, though, next year, I want to continue the Houdini stuff. Been doing the Houdini stuff, learning that, and doing our live streams, the Thursday live streams. We've been doing only Houdini, messing around with Mops. Mops is awesome. I really love I did discover. I really love Houdini. It's a fantastic program. I really want to get more into Blender, mostly just for modeling because I let my C4D license lapse, you know, and it's like, it's, you know, now that I'm on a fixed income, I don't know if I'm going to renew it or something like that, you know, because, you know, Blender's free. So, and I would only use it for modeling, you know, not assembling or anything like that. Some of the features though in 5 are pretty killer, you know. But yeah.
Are you allowed to talk about the Toy Studio stuff yet, or no?
Yeah, I mean it's out. It's out.
Oh, is it public?
Yeah. He announced it last week on the show.
Well, I mean, is it public for people to use this?
Yeah, totally.
Oh, is it?
Beta.otoy.ai. You can try that out. You can try, and then they may have, if you've got render credits or something from like go into an event that's sponsored by Otoy and they give out free render credits, you can use those for the AI stuff as well, which is great. So, you know, we had at the studio, we had a bunch of credits left over, so we've been all playing around with it, and it's pretty great. It's interesting because they've got like one section that is like just for like generating stuff, and then you can do a whole nother what they call canvas, where it's more of like a node based thing, where it's like, okay, here's my prompt, here's what I want from an image, or here's my image reference, you know. And so like you can create this whole node tree of like things, you know, and it's a pretty great way of working. But then they've got timeline, which is like, okay, I want to bring in these videos, I want to bring in these pictures, I want to bring in Gaussian splats, you know, and you can mess with them all within the timeline and stuff. So it's pretty cool. Like I can see where the future is going with it, and it's pretty exciting. But yeah, if you want to try it out, it's beta.otoy.ai or canvas.otoy.ai is the node-based one. Once they get all three of them, and I was talking to Dino from Otoy about this, I was like, once you get all three working fluently together and talking to each other, that's going to be a pretty killer workflow in our industry, you know? Because that's, to me, at least with all the AI stuff, it's like that's what's missing, is like, you know, you need a way in order to take stuff over. And sorry, this is kind of my special interest right now. Y'all should check out World Labs. They've got a thing called Marble, which is just absolutely crazy. You can take like a still image and it'll create a Gaussian splat from it that you can then bring into 3D, and it is super detailed. It's pretty crazy. So like for like concepting or iterating or something like that, and when you're just playing around and want to get a concept out there, it is so quick to be able to do that. It's pretty insane. So
yeah, there's a lot of, I watched the podcast last week with Jules, and it just like, and I did the Motion Mondays, and it's just like, oh my God, there's just so much stuff here, and it's so high level, like I don't even understand it. Like I need the Chat GPT, like explain this to me like I'm 5 kind of deal to go on. So and I mean Jules, or not Jules, Philip, we were talking about, you know, from Otoy and stuff, and like Otoy was great. They, you know, they sponsored the PXP event and gave us credits and stuff. So like Winbush said, one of the influencers from that does Blender and Octane, he's like the only dude on the internet that does Blender and Octane, was on it. So it's just I'm like more well aware of what's going on there with the Redshift stuff, that you can like render with Redshift on the render network. And so it's just like, yeah, I'm like really excited to got to do another one of these streams where you can explain all these things like I'm 5. Just to
maybe I'll just do a random live stream one day where I'm going over the Otoy Studio stuff.
There's so much.
And the thing
is, let me know if you do, because I'll jump on. I'm interested in seeing it, because I've been doing Comfy UI in the background, just trying to learn that whole node system. But and like even Adobe has something like that too. Like everybody's kind of built like their node system, so it's kind of like I guess I'm not shocked, but it makes sense that Otoy is going in that same direction, because that seems like that's where the industry is kind of going with the node-based prompt systems there. But Comfy UI it's a beast. Like I'm still trying to wrap my head around it. It's so much. I'm like, it needs to be simplified for the average artist, because there's just there's so many wrong turns that you could go down that just messes everything up. So
but there's so many cool things you can do in Comfy UI. You know, like it's like Comfy UI is like the Houdini, where you can do basically anything with, but you've got to like, have a extensive knowledge on how to do stuff, and Otoy Canvas is like the Cinema 4D, where it's like, okay, this is very easy to understand and very, very easy to learn the workflows and stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Max?
It's pretty cool stuff.
Maxon just did like a blog post today, and it was like not a big announcement of anything at all, but like at the end of it, there was a quote about how they're like coming out with some AI integration
was that the one that
across
was
all their
basically
Maxon.
just praising McGavran or something?
Yeah, it was all about like Dave McGavran's story, but then at the end, I'm like, wait, what the hell?
Yeah,
Like,
I know.
They just announced this big thing, and they like buried the lead in this article, and I'm like,
yeah.
a little odd, but
I
yeah,
don't know.
that would be
To me,
interesting. and
that sounded whatever. I won't say anything. There are people here who
Keep
work
it
with
for off
Maxon,
air. See, yeah.
So
After hours talk.
after hours talk, yeah. Anyway, yeah, I gotta go see my kids. So thanks to everyone for joining. Thank you guys so much. It was fun to chat and everything. Where can everyone find y'all online? Each of your own places. Winbush, let's start with you.
Yeah, you could just Google Jonathan Winbush. I'm on probably every social media platform. So yeah, that's probably the easiest way. I don't check DMs, so no DMs, because that's the
You
void pit
haven't
that I
seen all
don't go
my
into.
sexting DMs then. Man, that's a shame.
That's exactly why I don't
it's
go
just
in
your
there.
fart
Yeah.
jokes, DMs. What are you talking?
Yeah, I have people all the
Fart
time hit
videos.
me up like, "Do you see my?" I'm like, "Nah, I've seen nothing."
Yeah. That's funny.
So you can mail you take letters, so you can mail to your physical address at your house, which is
P.O. Box.
Well, I do the Mike Tyson pigeon carrier
69420.
thing. So if you could get the pigeons to my house, yes, yeah.
That's funny. EJ, they can find you where?
You can find me on the School of Motions, and then my personal account, which is the Eye Designs. I've been posting a lot more on like Instagram, been doing some YouTube shorts and stuff. And like I said, yeah, my next year I want to post a lot more. Like I got like 5 different Kirby related videos I want to do that are actually related to design and creative stuff. So trying to like, thread that needle there where I can like put in games and design stuff. Because actually, like I've been reading this book all about like just pop culture and how pop culture from Japan, like like the invention of the Walkman and Nintendo and how that changed gaming for forever and all this stuff that comes from Japan. There's like a lot of really interesting little nuggets in there about like how Mario was designed as pixel art and like the decisions there and like why he has a mustache and like what was the influence of like Donkey Kong and he originally Miyamoto wanted to be like more a Popeye game and they couldn't get the rights to Popeye, so they created. I'm like, there's so much like cool little stuff there that I find fascinating that also has to do with like just design. Like how do you design a pixel so things can, or you have a limited color palette. Like you probably know all that.
Dude, you would
stuff.
love.
So it's like there's
you would love to look at some of the NES like development stuff. Like you would go crazy for that. Yeah.
Yeah, feed me all those resources, man. I'm like hooked now. Yeah.
Cool. Chris, where can people find you online?
At Rocket Lasso on pretty much every platform.
Awesome. And when are you starting up your live streams again?
I wanted to do a little bit earlier, maybe mid-January.
Okay.
Get those going again, and I have got that new Dell tower that I'm really excited to stretch its muscles out on some live streams. That'll be great.
Yeah, hold it up for the screen.
That's funny.
My screen goes black as I pull out the wires.
That's hilarious. All right, awesome. Well, thanks everyone for joining. Make sure to follow us on all the socials, especially YouTube and Twitch. We've been doing our weekly live streams. This is the last one of the year, so thanks everyone for sticking with me as I kind of took over the podcast this year. I want to thank everyone for watching and sticking around. It's been a lot. Oh, EJ's now Sliver. EJ.
There he goes.
Yeah.
Better
I'm
fix
back.
yourself.
But yeah, it's
I
been
saw the grandfather clock.
It's been a lot of fun. Also, if you haven't done it already, make sure to sign up for your very own MoGraph.com account. It's a one-stop shop for everything a motion designer needs. You can showcase your demo reels, projects you've worked on, post jobs, apply for jobs, sell your digital goods, find meetup groups, or start one of your own, and so much more is planned. We're almost at 1,000 members, which is really awesome. We've been growing a whole lot this year, which is really, really great. And we're an artist-first site where your work will always be yours and not be fed to any algorithms. So, yeah, start posting on MoGraph.com. Join us there. And, yeah, thanks for everyone for joining. Until next time, I'm Matt, and you're Winbush, and you're EJ, and you are Chris Schmidt. Later, yo.
Shout out to Sega.
Merry Christmas, happy holidays.
Shout out to Sega.
It's pretty good, I guess.